This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com. This week on a new TV Tuners, Swanson and Stairmaster go to the movies. Wow, I can't wait to get popcorn.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the popcorn machine!
And Kyorain gets stuck on a submarine.
Swanson, let me out of this. Swanson!
I can't do that, Kyorain.
Contact on sonar!
All that and more on a new TV Tuners. Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and war hero with a secret mission, Stairmaster.
Things I've seen. And now I have to stab you.
Oh, uh-oh. I hate getting stabbed. That's one of my least favorite things.
Can you list them? All the things you dislike?
Yeah. Getting stabbed, Brussels sprouts,
Okay.
and then probably killer rats.
You don't like those?
Why, you don't like
they really stink. And with us, as always, of course, is our other co-host and guy who was working with the president on a top secret mission, Kyorain.
Mr. President, we are under attack at this moment. What are your orders?
I think you're supposed to be the president.
My orders are to stand still and remain calm.
That's not going to work, buddy. I'm taking over this house.
Oh.
Let me be clear, we are not evacuating the White House, even though it was just attacked by zombies.
And I will be leaving, though, on a vacation.
Is that what happened, do you think? You just left everyone there?
To go golfing.
That's not what this president would do, like the one in the show, but real presidents, probably.
Oh, I feel like if this happened in real life, Kamala would just shove Joe Biden at the zombies to slow them down, to give herself time to
Joe
escape.
Biden would be first to... Yeah, he would be first, because he would be like, whoa, what's going on here?
Boo, is that you? I've
got a really bad joke for this.
Okay,
for this
shoot.
bit. Oh man, it's so bad though. Okay, the zombies wouldn't even attack Joe Biden because they think he's already dead.
They think I'm one of them.
That's not a joke, that's just true.
Wow.
They just shuffle right past him. America, I've got the cure right here. It's me. I'm old.
You need to get old too.
Get old or die.
We have to get rid of the younger people.
It was his plot all along.
Well, he's not wrong.
Oh, that's
Young
terrifying.
people zombies are way faster than old people zombies.
Yeah, I guess in a way.
Is that how that works? I mean, I guess it's logical, but doesn't the body degrade pretty fast if you're a zombie? It doesn't matter too much if you were, like, fit first.
Yeah. It sort of has... Like, being a zombie involves a certain level of decay.
What if Donald Trump became a zombie? And he became like one of those mutant zombies.
He would be one of those like big like bloated zombies that has like a bunch of like poison inside of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So like one that has unusual abilities.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'd be one with a big tongue. since he is gluttonous.
He'd be both of those things. He'd be big and bloated and
double
full of
threat.
poison and have a big ton.
I imagine
Also-
Trump is like the kind of zombie who would like throw things like really well or something.
Interesting.
Well, he would have all of these abilities, but also he would still be able to talk in his normal voice.
What do you
So
mean,
he would just be
coherent?
walking around being like, "Yes, I'm here trying to take down the lamestream media. They're saying that I'm a zombie now, not true."
And he would just pick up regular zombies and throw them at you.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying I'm a great zombie. Greatest zombie they've ever seen, some say.
I might be biting you right now, but you should really just relax and just let it happen.
I'm not biting, no biting. No biting. Who's biting? Not me.
Never bit one person. I don't even have teeth, as far as anyone knows.
And it's like a gaping maw in his stomach.
Anyone is more than welcome to go and look for my teeth in my mouth.
Or my mouth belly.
Come over here.
Never seen them. Never once saw them.
I never had teeth. I was born without them, doctors say. Doctors say it's incredibly rare.
The softest gums anyone has ever seen.
A lot of the world's top dentists have looked for my teeth, and there's nothing.
Top
Nothing at
dentists,
all.
folks. We're talking about high-class dentists. All right, they went to school.
And they said that was a delightful appointment. I did not bite them in half with my mouth. My belly
They
mouth.
said this with their own words. They are alive.
Did not throw anything at them. I did not bite them. Just, nothing happened.
The idea of a zombie president who's still capable of carrying out the most basic functions of presidency.
Oh, you mean like
So
real
the
life?
chain of command cannot fall downward. Yeah, that's terrifying.
I'm glad that is not happening right now.
Well, Joe Biden is not a zombie. Yeah. Alright, close enough, I guess. Welcome to TV Tuners, folks. We're all about TV here. And hey,
Nothing
listen.
else.
If you like this all this stuff, and you have a quip, a comment, question, perhaps a foresight otherwise, well, you can send any of those to us at our email address. That's right, folks. We have an email address, and you can send any of those things to us, and we'll read them aloud here on the pod.
If you think I'm being too harsh on Joe Biden, or you think Keo and Swanson aren't being harsh enough, email us.
And that you can send it over at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Keo Rain?
Shoot. It's like tvtunerspodcast@gmail. God, oh my God.
Gov.
.com.
That's right. Yeah, you can be like Geo, who sent us this email. Things we learned from television. Hey, TV tuners. The other day I made a soaker hose. I built it using what I remembered from that episode of Better Call Saul when Mike builds a soaker hose by drilling holes through a hose. It's weird how he uses a corded drill in that scene, but a Makita 18V cordless model in the later scene where he repairs Chuck's door. I wonder what the meaning is.
He just has two drills.
Also, that part about brushing wet concrete for traction, thanks to Better Call Saul, you'll never catch me slipping. What have you guys learned from television, Gio? Well, from Breaking Bad, the precursor to Better Call Saul, at least
I learned that
show-wise.
meth is bad for you.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
I learned
Swanson.
that a box cutter can be a valuable tool for threatening people.
I learned that
Yeah,
And murder.
just threatening them, though.
hydrofluoric acid can melt through plaster, but not plastic.
That is actually a valuable thing to learn from TV.
Yeah, it's
I
a really educational show when you think about it.
Yeah. I also learned how to stick up drug dealers from The Wire. And how not to stick up drug dealers from The
Yes.
Wire.
Always do your recon.
I learned how to say shit. Also from The Wire.
I learned that we're in
I learned
that we're in the belly of a dying beast and we're drowning in its blood from The Wire.
I learned that. Oh, nice! I learned that there's rarely consequences for my actions from sitcoms.
Oh, I thought you were going to say The Sopranos.
That's true. Yeah. I also
No, The
I learned how to
Sopranos-
take care of ducks from The Sopranos.
Sopranos taught me that we live in a sad boy
We live in a
world.
society.
Yeah.
A sad boy society.
Zeta Gundam taught me that the world should be run by women.
True.
True.
Geo did attach this photo here. Hold on one second of the hose in question.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a
Wanna take
power
a look at
washer.
No, a soaker hose is like the opposite of power
Yeah,
washer.
but we talked
Did
about
you
power
think there was an episode where Mike made a power washer with a hose?
No, but we talked about power washing last week.
Yeah, but why would he send a power washer for the email about the soaker
because we
hose,
talked
though?
about it last week.
No, we asked for a picture, I guess, wasn't that 2 weeks ago? Did he not
Yeah,
send an email last
you're
week?
right.
We did not do an email last week. Here's the soaker hose in question.
Yeah, that's a regular hose. I can't tell the
I
difference.
can't even see the
Well,
holes.
that's what Mike did. He drilled
Yeah,
some
I know,
holes in a regular hose.
This is from the
Yeah,
episode.
but I can't see the holes. I can't see the holes in it. Is the problem?
True.
The photograph.
Oh, I could see one of the holes.
This is-
If you
This is photos of a hose with holes in it, though. So certified.
Oh, I can see the holes if I zoom in on it. Okay, I see them now. Okay. I'm pretty
Anyway, I
happy
hope
with
this
picture.
I hope this email was helpful to you, Gio.
Are you gonna tweet this picture out and say, "What's this?"
That's for the interns to do. And hey, if you got any emails like that, send them in. tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. We also got a Twitter account where we're over there posting great content over on our Twitter page @tvtuners. But what we mainly do, or rather what our interns do, our highly skilled team of interns, they scour the Twitter space looking for the tweet of the week, the greatest tweet that they could find from that week in question. And Stairmaster, do we have a tweet of the week this week?
yeah.
Before we get on with that, I want to just let everybody know that they have a heated discussion about which tweet to promote each week, and it's not always peaceful. So just know that a lot of, blood went into picking out this tweet. So please, Stairmaster, just do it. It's proper honors. And
Well, we're not doing a moment of silence because this is a podcast.
Yes, true.
All right, so this tweet comes from Ulfanurand, who I think is Welsh. So I will not attempt...
I'm sure they've really appreciated how you pronounced that.
I don't know. They got the dragon flag in their name, so they're Welsh. Hello, I would like to talk about how the Tyrant, BOW, in Resident Evil Infinite Darkness is really fucking hot. And there's a picture of a green scaly man. And
This just looks like a Hulk villain.
and the subtitles say ominous music.
I don't know what's hot about this creature necessarily. This feels like... Is this just like the Resident Evil fandom now, where they just say things are hot?
yeah, like the very tall cleavage vampire lady.
Yeah, but
Like
yeah,
that.
and then they also said the guy from Resident Evil 2 was the remake.
hold
was
on.
hot,
There,
right?
this is actually part of a thread.
Oh,
So for additional context, he tweets in reply to that first tweet, please rail me, big spiky daddy. And then, them hands though, could fit my entire arse in each one and still have a room for a zombie twink or two. And then, supplementary, most of the fan art I look at these days is of Heisenberg fucking Ethan Winters, or Chris Redfield fucking Ethan Winters, or Lady Demestrico fucking Ethan Winters, or Mr. X fucking Leon Kennedy, so this series hit at the right time.
I'm like really getting dizzy.
yeah, I need to take a sit on this one.
People died over this.
Yes, people died over this.
So what do we think about this guy right here?
I
this
would not
tyrant?
have sex with him.
Yeah,
I
he
do
doesn't
not
kill
think
me.
it goes down.
No.
Like, how could he?
It's physically impossible.
Yeah, his torso.
He's got too much mass.
His torso's too
and
long.
too many spikes.
Yeah. This guy looks like he would go he would go into the ring with like a pro wrestler and beat them and
I like it.
murder them dead.
I like his pants though.
Yeah, it's very big Hulk vibes.
What is going
This
on?
guy looks
He's
like
wearing a pair of jorts. Is this just John Cena?
I know it's just like he's got like a Hulk pants on, but he's like what is his body made of? It's like looks like plant-like to me.
Yeah, like he's a dryad. He looks like live action Piccolo from the Dragon Ball movie.
This is like one of those what if comics where it's like what if Groot and Hulk were the same person.
Is that like his heart, like kind of poking out of his chest?
That's the glowing weak spot, so you know where to shoot.
Oh, that's good for a TV show.
Yeah, so I strongly disagree with calling this ominous figure hot. So I'm gonna have to tune out on this tweet.
Yeah, as far as I could tell, his dick did not grow with the rest of his body. There's no bulge or anything.
Yeah,
if he even has one at this point, honestly.
The only way I would find anything involving this creature really fucking hot is if he was just like beating up Leon Kennedy.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Now I get it.
Much to think about.
Now I can see the appeal. Here we go. Tune in on this tweet now.
I'm gonna give it a tune out.
I'm gonna give it a tune in because I don't want to kink shame.
Good point. Tune in. All right. Well, congratulations. This guy.
Welshie.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good.
What's he gonna do? Complain?
Yeah. Well, with all that out of the way, let's get to the rabble, huh?
Oh, what's that?
Well, Keelrain, the rabble is a segment here on the pod where we talk about the show we watched this week before we get to the show we watched this week.
I don't get it.
That's right. We give you a little sneak peek. Essentially, we're going to take reviews from IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and give you a taste of what people on the street and the critics are saying about this show.
Oh, that's what this is. This review I have here.
Oh.
Yeah, who wants to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start us off nice and easy with this one. This is a 4 out of 10 from Dark Indigo Coon.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he's got like the honorific on his name. And the review says, just meh and cringe AF. Coming from someone who played all Resident Evil games. That's it. 38 out of 77 found this helpful.
All right. Yeah. I mean, listen, that's a good... I would take his word for it.
Yeah, it's just mad and cringe AF because he played all
They have a good... If they played all of the games, they would know.
They even played the one on the Game Boy.
If they've played the Resident Evil games, all of them, as they say, then that means that they're the most qualified. This show is specifically for them.
It's cringe AF.
Yeah, so if it's cringe AF to them, then it must be cringe AF to everybody. All right, well, over on Rotten Tomatoes, Keo, I know you want to know what that tomato meter is saying.
Oh, there's no way there's a bucket of popcorn on this.
This is going to be like
no
40% maximum.
Stare, you would be surprised. It's at a whopping 50%.
Fuck!
Is that a green splat or a...
That's a green splat. I think it's like maybe 50. I think it's like 60 gets you a tomato.
So green.
All right, what that popcorn do?
The popcorn largely agreed. 45% audience score.
Oh, that's better.
That's a turned over bucket of popcorn that's also green for some reason.
Oh, that's like after the movie's done and you're looking at the theater floor.
Yeah.
POV, you are a film usher. You're a minimum wage movie theater employee.
Oh, that's tragic. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got some reviews here. This is what the critics think. I'm going to start with this positive review. This is from Andrew Webster of The Verge.
Wait, you mean the guy who makes all those musicals?
That's Andrew Lloyd Webber,
Oh.
but yes.
How did I know that?
Because you
he's
love
very
the theater.
famous, Keo.
I knew a name.
Well, yeah.
Better than Stare did somehow.
Keo's just a real big fan of cats.
Look, sometimes information gets in my head and I don't know how.
Keo just loves
That's
Jesus
the problem.
Christ Superstar.
Yeah. He really loves that one where they were all trains.
I think that's Starlight Express.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know what that is.
They're all trains.
Yeah, they're all trains, Kyorain. They perform on, like, an actual track.
I don't think that part's true.
I don't know. Listen, all of my knowledge of Starlight Express comes from former guest of the pod, Sroll.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace.
Okay, that explains where I know the name from. That explains it. Oh, Superstar. That's the thing Stroll keeps posting, or kept posting, with the "what do you mean by that?"
Yeah.
Yes. So this is what Webster, not Weber, has to say about this show. The fact that the show often resembles a video game sometimes works in its favor. The best moments in Infinite Darkness feel like they were ripped out of a survival horror game. We didn't say the title of the show that we watched either. I just realized
oopsies.
We're talking about Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, which is a TV show continuation of the Resident Evil games.
We really should have said that before Tweet of the Week.
You need to edit in like a text-to-speech guy saying, "This week we watched Resident Evil Infinite Darkness."
Yeah, get the Bonsai Buddy guy to say it.
Anyway, what do you think? Does the fact that it resembles a video game work in its favor? Because I strongly disagree.
Usually that's bad.
That's like the thing that you don't want to do because
that's like
when you're if it's a video game cutscene, you want to kind of play the game after the cutscene's over.
That's like
right?
one of the go-to cliches for media criticism is saying something looks like a video game.
Yeah. Like,
is it?
I think I see it a lot.
Yeah, it's not great. But hey, maybe this negative review will be more up our alley. This is what John Saavedra has to say on Den of Geek. Looks aren't enough to carry this particularly self-serious chapter, which devolves into an action shooter more often than not. 2 out of 5.
It is pretty serious program. It is bereft of humor, as they say.
There's like 2 lines that Leon says,
yes.
and they're like the most boilerplate, like cheesy action lines I've ever heard in my life.
But that's the point. It's totally Leon's character.
Yes, it's fine if I was playing a video game.
The problem is he's not doing enough.
I liked it when Leon said nope.
Yeah, he did really meme that up real quick for us. It's just a nice response for a very tense situation where there's guns all over the place and he's very close to a gun and he's just like, "You gonna hang out do a team up with us?" He's just like, "Nope."
The entire room is littered with guns.
It's pretty much a gun room. Anyway.
It was a gun house at that point.
Gun house!
Yeah. Hey, listen, when you're in college, you don't want to be in gun house. So yes, Stare, you got a review or what?
Oh, yes, I do. This one comes from Onazuka Kaio _0079.
Oh.
They must really like it with that name.
They must really like Gundam.
They must be a Gundam fan.
Or they're really old. Am I the only one with high expect? No. No doubt Netflix always spending money to make really bad movies. The Black Hawk Down scene is enough to repeat one episode. The scene to be watchable is before the chandelier zombie gets a headshot. After that was boring straight storyline. Is Jason Zombie modeled with the skeleton of the Hulk? This is the same essence as the Army of the Dead in the opening song. This movie was released in the trailer. Better to film a zombie version of the White House Down. Certainly Will more attractive.
Is it? Just keep going?
That's it.
Is this a robot? The robot make this? This an algorithm?
I think this is a guy from like Permistan.
Yeah. This is what's the fake
Pemistan?
America? What's the fake country?
Pimstan.
Yeah, it's like Panamistan or something.
Pananistan, I think.
Hold on, I have it written down here. It's Panamistan. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this sounds like where this guy came from.
Oh, he also did a review of Army of the Dead, if you're curious.
Was he referencing the guy from the tweet earlier with the Hulk thing?
Maybe.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, there's a lot of Hulk comparisons from that guy, so I could see it.
His Army of the Dead review. So bad! Waste time! Director, you don't have sense and ability. The essence is in the place where the opening song Vegas Fall, so it's better to take it out and make a new movie.
Stop.
So is this person like English second language, or is he just like very excited to get these messages out, so he's not really putting the grammar
It's
in
probably both.
I like the second one because that's easier to make fun of. It makes me feel more comfortable to make fun of him. I like the Army of the Dead review because he says you lack sense. Which is like a very wicked burn for a director.
He lacks sense and ability.
Yeah, it's not only that you don't have any common sense, but also you're
an
bad at
imbecile.
yourself.
Okay, this is the kind of thing you have to say to someone's face, not in a review, though. That's the problem.
Go fund me. Get this guy in a room with Zack Snyder. I hope he does not murder him.
I feel like Zack Snyder would not, but he would say that he would.
No. No, I meant...
Imagine you say it to Zack Snyder and he just apologizes.
Sorry. I'll do better. And like he goes behind a curtain and you hear the sounds of like whipping, and just him go, and just him be like, "Argh!"
Yeah. And you became the bad guy who's playing softly in the background.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the rabble. Stay tuned later for us for our full discussion on Resident Evil: Infinite Darkness. Yeah, and hey, let's just take a quick second here. I got a question for you guys. Did you watch anything fun, interesting?
No.
Yeah, I've been very busy. I've not watched anything.
Ooh, busy boy, Keoran.
Oh, I watched
Alright,
The Wrestler.
Oh, starring Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
On a
Mickey Mouse.
cocktail of steroids. I imagine.
Yeah, that film was painful. Like every second, I felt like I was just watching a man fall apart at the seams.
Until he literally falls apart. At
Yeah,
the
but the
seams
worst
at end.
part was him just working at that deli. And then cutting himself like I did.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I did not storm.
Did you ever have people... Yeah, did you ever have people like come in and be like, hey, you're a wrestler, right?
No. And I did not knock stuff off the shelf when I was fired.
True. Would it have been better if he had knocked stuff off the shelf and then said, wipe down this?
Yes. I think this movie came out before Breaking Bad, though. It was 2008.
I think it's the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good movie. It's a painful movie, but it's a good one.
I also watched You Were Never Really Here.
It's Joaquin Phoenix?
Yes, it's him taking on Pizzagate with his hammer.
Oh. Okay.
Expand on that.
He literally has to rescue a child from being sexually trafficked by the governor of New York.
With a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh.
That sounds like a delight.
No.
Was it good?
No. Yeah.
That was bad.
That's not fun to watch. But that's
it was like a
intentional.
very,
It's very painful. He's constantly thinking about killing himself.
Oh, that sounds like a not delight.
Yeah, sort of like the Joker.
I'd personally be pretty happy about rescuing a child, but I don't know about you guys.
I mean, if I was successful in the endeavor, I would probably be like, yeah, I did it. But everything up until that moment, I would be like, oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yeah, well,
I like your simplistic feelings on the situation.
yeah, well, spoilers. He rescues the child, and he's like, okay, but what are we going to do now? And the child just looks at him and walks off. And then he blows his brains out in a crowded diner. But then the film was like, oh, he's taking a nap. Or is he? And the child comes back, and she's like, come on, it's a beautiful day. And they walk off. But it's not clear what is reality or what's not.
So like a less unhinged version of Taxi Driver.
Yes.
Like if Travis Bickle wasn't a coward.
Yeah. Just like Joker.
All right. I watched a Spike Lee joint.
Oh.
The Five Bloods. It was pretty good. It involves 5 Vietnam veterans who return to the titular Vietnam to find some gold that had been left behind by one of their fallen comrades in the jungle that was recently uncovered. and things end badly for
They
them.
get the gold.
Things end badly. That turns
They get
out.
the gold?
Some stuff goes wrong, and it's a good time.
They don't
though.
get the gold. It's like Three Kings.
Well, I want the gold.
Listen, I'm not going to spoil the movie here, like Stereo.
I want the gold.
Tell us where the
So
gold
you
is,
want the
Swanson,
gold?
if you want. If you ever want to record another podcast again, Swanson, you'll tell us where that gold is.
All right, well, now it's starting to feel like the movie. Anyway, it's a good movie. I think I liked it better than BlacKkKlansman, mainly because there were less police officers going on in this.
Yeah, you rated it higher than everyone else. I follow on Letterboxd, reviewed it.
I mainly gave it a half-star more because Isaiah Whitlock Jr., Clay Davis himself, is in this, and he does get to say, shit.
Perfect.
So,
He plays.
Best
that was-
movie,
that-
10 out of
He
10.
plays Ho Chi Minh.
yeah. No, this is not take place during the Vietnam War. This is present day.
Oh, of course, there's going to be flashbacks.
There are flashbacks, and the movie does a very cool thing where in the flashbacks they change the frame rate and the film stock to make it more like a 70s film. So that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Did you know that?
Also, the fallen soldier is played by Chadwick Boseman, so that kind of has a more bitter turn now.
It has some sad boy vibes, Swanson.
Yeah. Also, in the flashbacks, he obviously is young and boisterous, and everyone else stays their old selves, like they're played by the same actors.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets the message across maybe a little too bluntly, but I liked it.
Did you know Isaiah Whitlock Jr. was in Goodfellas? He plays the role of Doctor.
Oh. He does not say shit in that movie.
No.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I'd recommend it. Other than that, I watched the second season of Futurama.
Well,
Second season.
why?
Well, I watched the first season a few months ago, and I've been slowly going through the second season.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I remember you told us about that.
Yeah. Hey, it still holds up. That's a good show right there. Can you believe that?
I believe it.
That's good stuff.
I believe it. Yeah, I really like Futurama. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I was really into that program
I like Flexo.
back in the day.
Yeah. It's actually weird how much of the stuff that, like, sort of permeates the show is around in the second season from, like, almost the, like, first couple episodes. Obviously, Zap Brannigan's there, but, like, then the neutral episode is in that season. There's, like, they introduce all of the aliens that we all know and love, pretty much. I think that's when they start doing the anthology thing.
I think so. The
It's a
What
good
If
season.
Machine.
Yeah, the What If Machine.
What a good program. What a good time. Thank you,
Oh yeah,
Swanson.
mom gets the relationship between her and the professor gets introduced. The robot mafia shows up.
Oh, those are the best guys in town, Swanson.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, yeah,
We
it's
need
a
to
good
get
show.
ourselves a mafia around here.
Yeah, we need like a Denver mafia.
Yeah, then they need to menace us a little bit, you know?
Yeah, we need a guy who's like legally distinct from Clamps, but is essentially Clamps.
Yeah, he's got like a gimmick, a very strained, sad gimmick.
Knife.
His gimmick
His
is
name's-
his life left him.
Yeah. I don't know how he'll threaten us with that, but
I thought this with the idea that we could lose our wives
Oh.
at some
Ooh.
point in the future when we have them.
tragic.
He'll remind us of the frailty of all human endeavors,
Yeah,
including
I can
love.
see it.
So he's a philosopher who
Yes.
likes.
He's an underachieving kind of mafioso.
All right, that's something to get behind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get on to the news then, huh?
I guess.
Yeah, I have one thing to say before we move on from this segment, and we need like a nihilist friend.
Like the guys from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, we need like that. Like we need like just a guy who's just like tells us like nothing matters.
It don't
Isn't that
matter.
Stairmaster?
No, Stairmaster says things matter, but they're bad.
Yes, shit's fucked.
Yeah, true.
Well, the actual idea of nihilism is you're supposed to be liberated by the knowledge that nothing matters.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what Stair does.
Yeah.
He says, like, we should be oppressed by the fact.
Yeah, if you're Olivia Soprano saying it's all a big nothing, you're doing it wrong. Oh, Lord, take me now!
But if you're Tony Soprano accepting that there's just nothing after you get killed.
Are you gonna keep
No, that's
that
just being a
lamp?
sad boy.
So yeah, the news is here, and it's time to discuss it.
I guess.
Guys, the Emmys are here, and it's pretty dire.
Oh. Well,
At least on one half of the Emmy slate.
Well, did we win or not, Swanson?
Guys, we're not even nominated.
Oh,
Turns
my God.
out it's for TV, not TV-related podcasts. What the hell?
Oh, my. Oh.
oof!
Yeah, it's a big oof. Anyway, the Emmys are going to be hosted live in person this September, but the nominations
COVID's
came
over.
in. Yeah, COVID's over. It's all done now, folks. There's definitely not still people in the hospital with COVID. Don't worry about that.
It's definitely not still spreading unsupervised.
The show's
Supervised.
Hollywood is back. All right, and
Okay,
the
what else?
Emmys are here to herald it. And some of these shows you might have heard of. Some of these shows you definitely didn't. I think it's most dire in the comedy category, where SNL has a whopping 10 nominations.
Oh. Did the Elon Mustard one get nominated?
No, it didn't get nominated.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but it's clear that there just wasn't a lot of viable TV this year because they're picking anything that had like a modicum of enjoyment. There's not much to go on. Over an outstanding lead actor in a comedy series, Kenan Thompson got nominated for Saturday Night Live.
Wait, did he do acting in that? Was he in a sketch?
Yeah, Keenan's on sketches and stuff.
Yeah, but is that really enough to get Best Actor?
Evidently.
There was nothing
Apparently.
going on, apparently.
Yeah. Over in supporting actress in a comedy series is where they really thrive. There are 3 Saturday Night Live ladies who got that nod. A.D. Bryant, Kate McKinnon, and Cecily Strong, if anyone knows or cares.
No.
And then there were 2 more Saturday Night Live picks in the supporting actor series.
What the fuck?
So a lot of stuff for them. It wasn't much better over in limited or anthology series where Hamilton got a ton of nominations as well.
What? Hamilton?
That's right, a thing that wasn't on TV and the movie that was released was recorded years ago.
But
Yeah, I was saying like that. That's old
that's
Swanson.
not even a TV thing.
Nope. But hey, on the outstanding limited series category, The Queen's Gambit's there, so chess is still on the menu.
Women get it
People
done.
still love playing chess. WandaVision also got nominated for a reason. Probably because there wasn't a whole lot to pick from.
People would be upset if they didn't nominate something Marvel,
Yeah.
right?
They'd get death threats.
Also, Vision and Scarlet Witch got nominated for their
Best
roles.
For cutest couple.
Yeah.
The characters are the.
Well, I figured I won't say the names for your sake, Kyorain.
British guy.
Okay, good,
British
because
guy
I wouldn't have
saying-
understood.
Yeah. And you better believe Snaremaster. In Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series category, Lin-Manuel Miranda for
What?
Hamilton.
Wait, he played someone in that?
Yeah, he plays Hamilton.
What the? I thought the point was they were played by Hamilton was supposed to be played by someone who's black.
I mean, he's played by someone who's a person of color.
Yeah, but the
I mean, Aaron Burr is
the
played by someone who's
Latino
black.
American experience is way different.
We need a black man with skin black as onyx to
Yes.
play Hamilton.
Well, to be fair, a black man does play his rival Aaron Burr and George Washington and Thomas Jefferson.
I still don't understand.
There are a lot of black people in the cast.
No,
but you could argue that maybe Lin-Manuel Miranda doesn't need to be the lead role.
Yeah.
Over an outstanding drama series is where things get a little interesting. So you got the standards. The Mandalorian got nominated once again. Lovecraft Country actually had had 20 nominations in different categories.
20? They were really going wild over that program. I thought it was okay.
I thought
it
that was
ended up
last
being
year.
Mostly good. Well, yeah, but the Emmys didn't happen last year.
Oh, so there's a backlog they got to work through.
Well, I guess they happened, but like I think they were delayed, so maybe we're working through like there's a longer period. I think I'm not sure.
Swanson just realizing he got the wrong Emmys up for this segment. He's trying to desperately cover up his mistake.
I wish, but that's not the case because nominated an outstanding drama series, The Boys.
Okay, yeah.
Back-to-back TV Tuners Show of the Year, The Boys.
What a good program. Thank you, Emmy.
Boys get it done.
As far as I can tell. Yeah, Boys getting it done. That was the only nomination, sadly, for The Boys. So it's probably definitely not winning. But
oh, come on. They're going to win it. They're going to win the whole Emmys.
No, if I had to pick, it's probably going to be like Lovecraft Country, I guess.
They're gonna say The Boys' best program.
Oh no, Emmys. Who am I kidding? There are 3 series that are definitely Emmy winners here. There's Bridgerton, The Crown, and The Handmaid's Tale. You're gonna tell me none of those are gonna win an Emmy?
I heard people talking about the Bridgerton program somewhere. I don't remember where.
Probably your.
And I'm like, wow.
Was it?
It's called Bridgerton. That's funny.
It was probably your mom or your girlfriend. Statistically speaking,
wasn't my girl. Wasn't like, oh, you know what? My mom was watching it, I think.
Yeah, I told you about how my mom really liked Ratched, right? In fact, that's why I tuned in on it. Never mind.
I don't know if she was into it. It was on the TV. I don't know if she was like, hey, this is my favorite show. It was on the TV. I remember that now.
So, things I know Kyo's mom likes. The Sopranos, The Wire, and Puyo Puyo.
Well, wait. I don't remember my mom ever watching The Sopranos in my life.
Really? Then how did you see it? As an adult? I thought you...
I saw The Wire as a kid.
Yeah, I know that.
And it wasn't her watching it, though.
What? It wasn't?
And yeah, I saw The Sopranos as an adult only.
I thought it was your mom watching The Wire.
It was at my mom's house.
Well, who else was in the house with you, Kyo?
My stepfather was in the house. I think he was watching it.
Without your mom? That's so sad.
I don't know what was happening. I was like a little boy. I was like with a little propeller hat on. Like, wow, saying like, wow, this show's crazy.
What if Omar had a little propeller hat on?
Hey, speaking of Omar, in our drama and the actress and the supporting actor category for Lovecraft Country, Michael K. Williams.
Thank you.
He probably isn't going to win. The most baffling thing about this is that for each of these categories, there's about 8 people nominated. Like, they know they don't have to nominate the maximum amount of people, right?
They gotta get as much hype as possible for this because these award shows are just like gradually declining.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Also nominated in supporting actor in a drama series. I didn't realize this until now. Giancarlo Esposito for The Mandalorian.
But not The Boys.
Not The Boys. I mean, I don't think that's a supporting actor role. I guess it is, but... Also, our good pal Perry Mason got nominated.
Why? And how?
Because people, for some reason, liked that show.
Yeah, people did actually enjoy that show more than we did.
Then they can suck my dick.
Whoa.
Anyway, we'll have to wait and see how the Emmys turns out, but I'm sure Hamilton will win a bunch of awards.
Like this, it's like 10 years old at this point, in my opinion.
It feels like 10 years.
Maybe, I feel like the Emmys are gonna like you said, Kieran, because no one cares about these award shows anymore and ratings continually decline, I bet you they're gonna get, like, the original cast of Hamilton back for a performance. Anyway, enough Emmys discussion. Let's talk about something that Stairmaster really wants to discuss.
Gundam!
Okay.
The Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes!
God.
We all think about the legacy of The Sopranos very often, right?
Yes.
Every day, Swanson. Every day.
You
Yes.
just sort of wake up and you're like, The Sopranos.
Every day.
Keo wakes up sometimes and he just goes gabagoo.
Every day. Swanson. Every day.
I dream about The Sopranos sometimes.
Well, we weren't the only ones, because apparently HBO was also very worried about the legacy of The Sopranos. How worried? So worried, in fact, that they gave... Yes, I'm answering my own question. So worried, in fact, that they allegedly gave James Gandolfini $3 million to turn down an offer to replace Steve Carell on The Office.
Wait, replace Steve Carell?
Yeah, this is later seasons of The Office. Steve Carell is leaving the show, and they're looking for...
That guy came in who Swanson hates with a passion.
Bill Cosby.
That's right. Bill Cosby was the boss for a little bit. No, the guy from Rutherford Falls. Ed Helms, I believe. Yeah, Rutherford Falls, that show we didn't watch.
We tried to watch, but failed.
Yeah. Ed Helms, yeah, I find him incredibly unfunny, yes. Yeah, he ends up being the Steve Carell replacement. Also, James Spader was there for a little bit. The later seasons of The Office are weird. But it could have been James Gandolfini, but HBO wanted nothing to do with it. This is according to Michael Imperioli and Steve Sharippa. I don't remember who he plays, but
Steve Sharippa.
They have a podcast.
That's Bobby Bacala.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a Sopranos podcast, I guess, and they discussed this on a recent episode.
I can very simply not imagine Tony Soprano's playing an office boss.
Well,
I like the idea, honestly.
I like the idea, but I just I don't have the juice.
Well,
to
Keo, they literally
it.
do that in season 6 of The Sopranos, where Tony falls into a coma and he imagines life as a normal guy.
I can't imagine it being like funny.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
Allegedly, this is according to them, these two. NBC had offered Gandolfini a chance to appear on the U.S. version of the show for $4 million. Shrippa says that Gandolfini was going to do it because he hadn't worked and it was a number of years removed from this when The Sopranos ended. But HBO wanted to retain the specialness of The Sopranos legacy. Apparently only in the TV realm because they didn't care about all the shitty movies he made.
Yeah, it's really fucked up he didn't have a career in Hollywood.
Yeah,
well, apparently there's a reason for that.
Yeah, the reason is God hates us.
You would think people would be chomping at the bit to cast a guy like that after seeing The Sopranos.
Well, apparently
it's not like John Hamm is struggling for roles after playing a sexist ad executive for 8 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just like there was forces saying that he was Mr. Soprano. And that's
I guess people were just worried he'd be. They won't be able to see him as anything else, which is wrong because James Gandolfini is a great actor.
Yeah. But even if he was leaning into the threatening nature of Tony Soprano in The Office, that would have been fun. I would have watched a season of that. I feel like the joke would have worn thin quickly, but the idea of him intimidating everyone in The Office, but him just being like a nice guy—that's a fun joke.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun joke, for an episode or two, and then he could leave,
and then he strangles, and then he gets out at Garrett and strangles Dwight because he was informed on the mafia.
Yeah, he gets out a man named Garrett, who he then orders to strangle Dwight.
You're thinking of the word garrote?
Garrote.
Which I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either.
Listen, Christopher, I want you to go up to Philly and get Garrett. You'll take care of this.
Garrett was the one who killed Tony.
Remember the time I was walking to the TV tuner's office and Swanson was waiting behind the doorway and he jumped behind me and used a garrote to strangle me within an inch of my life and then let me go and told me that he could kill me anytime if he wanted to.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. I got Stairmaster in on that plan because I grabbed his junk.
I was like, hey,
And
what if
told
you... This is dangerous. What if you kill Kyo by accident? And then Kyo Swanson was just like...
Yeah. And then I yelled at him about how small it was. Yeah. I yelled at him because it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
It should have been hard at that moment, Swanson.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyway, yeah, so it might have been a better version of what we got instead of the guy I hate in The Office.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it is what it is, I suppose.
We'll never know.
What are you gonna do?
Oh.
What are you gonna do? Life sucks, and then you die. That's the lesson of The Sopranos, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a sad boy show.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the news. So let's get to one more segment here. It's a segment near and dear to everybody's hearts. It's Guess Who's Coming. Hit the theme, Kyorain.
How about that?
It's been done.
That sounds good. That's good stuff. Guess Who's Coming is a monthly segment here on the pod where I give Kyorain and Stairmaster titles of upcoming TV shows, and they try to guess what these shows are about, to hilarious results.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about like a little man.
Yeah, the official score is Kyorain has a bunch of points, and Stairmaster has like 2.
Oh. I'll take it easy on you this week, Stair. How about that?
Great.
Stair's like the continual underdog, yeah.
Well, that's because I focus on making TV shows that people would actually want to see instead of...
Yeah, instead of the shit that people watch.
I try to think of a show that could actually exist on TV, and also one that sounds like the title that Swanson said.
Let's start with a potentially easy one. This is from Showtime. It's called The End.
Okay, so the world's gonna end, and there's a little man, and he's gotta make his peace with his family because they're all gonna be dead.
Ooh, okay.
All right, this is about a male nurse who works at a hospice, an end-of-life care center. And he's fucking like their relatives, like the patient's relatives.
What do you mean, like fucking them over, or just having sex?
No, having sex with them. This is a sexy kind of show, since it's Showtime.
Oh, because it's Showtime, yeah.
Oh, shoot, what is Showtime?
It's kinda horny. Not as horny.
It's horny HBO.
Yeah, but it's not Cinemax. But it's hornier than HBO, for sure. I think you see at least one dick in the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh boy, this is gonna... I can't wait to see the hand-wringing that comes from this.
Uh-oh.
The End is where life begins in a new dark comedy series about 3 generations of a family trying to figure out how to live with meaning, die with dignity, and find the beauty that lies in between.
Ooh.
Okay, this sounds like not horny, and also it has the word family in it.
It has family in it, so
I
by definition, there had to have been sex for there to be additional generations.
That's not what horny means.
And dying, at least one of them probably went to a hospice.
I mean, he's got you there.
Speaking.
But
yeah,
you're talking about like a horny program. This is like the opposite of horny sounding. There's like, this is a sexless description.
It's not Showtime, so there's probably fucking... They're probably talking about the sexual aspects
You
of the
can't just
family.
invoke the name of the network and say what the show
Fuck
is.
You.
Keo, are you assuming that throughout someone's life there's just no enjoyment like that?
3 generations of family, you're saying there's 0 sex.
I'm saying that the sex definitely happened, but is not the focus of this show.
They're definitely, you're going to get to see some boobies.
Well, Stair gets the point, and I'm going to tell you why.
Interesting.
He's the closest to the giving life meaning, dying with dignity thing.
How?
Because that's what hospice is?
Because his was about a guy in hospice.
But really,
yours is just about an apocalypse.
It is kind of undignified how he's fucking all the patients' relatives, in my version.
I was talking about how he was like making things right with his family.
In an
figuring
apocalypse.
things out. Well, apocalypse is it's basically a metaphor for us dying anyway.
Well, you didn't include any metaphors. I have to take this as literally as possible.
Whatever. Hand wringing immense right now.
All right, well, let's go to the less horny alternative over to HBO. For this series, The White Lotus.
Ooh. The Try Not to Be Racist Challenge 2021 edition.
I think it's only for you, bud.
I feel like this is like a remake of something, but I don't know what it would be of because I don't know about any television.
Ooh.
So you got anything, Stare? Come on.
I think
you
this
gotta
is
have
about
something.
sex workers in an Asian country somewhere. Possibly China, possibly Burma.
Okay.
Yeah, there's women and they have drama because they're sex workers, and that's not great.
Okay. This is about like, why am I thinking of this? What? It's about like some nerd boys, and they have like a they have like a club,
an anime
where
club.
they play. No, not anime. It's not Asian at all. This program, there's like nothing Asian about it whatsoever. It's like they're nerd boys. They're playing Magic the Gathering.
Okay, I'm on board. Yeah,
That's it?
That's it. That's all I got. Okay, I remember now. There's a card in the game called the Black Lotus, I think. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. And you're just thinking this is the alternative version.
This summer, HBO presents Pot of Greed.
Oh my god, I would watch that.
A social satire set in an exclusive Hawaiian resort,
What?
the series follows the vacations of various hotel guests over the span of a week as they relax and rejuvenate in paradise.
Okay,
Okay, I guess there gets the point.
that is
Hold on.
that is fairly
But with each
hedonistic.
passing day, a darker complexity emerges in these picture-perfect travelers.
Well,
There gets the point.
I did say there was drama, and Hawaii is closer to Asia than it is America.
I didn't say where this was placed, but I guess you could assume I'm in America because they're nerd boys playing.
Yeah, as you know, America's
Magic
the only
the
country
Gathering.
with nerds.
Zero discussion of nerds in this, Kyoran. I feel like you thoroughly lost this one.
Oh, I told you. You kept reading it for some reason.
And
I think it was going to change
I was
something.
thinking like high-class sex workers, so they're the opposite of nerds.
People want to know what the show is, Kyoran. Anyway, Stare's up 2-0 right now.
Wow, Kia, this
Keo-
is not your day.
Yeah, Keo, it feels like you're in the Stare position.
I know. How many are left? Can I even win at this point?
Yeah, there are 3 left. There's still a chance. Don't call it a comeback.
Okay.
So let's head over to the world of streaming. We've got this Apple TV show, Schmigadoon.
Fuck you, fuck you.
What's it? Wait.
Okay.
It's a real show.
doing?
It's a real show called Schmigadoon.
Alright, so Schmigadoon, that's the name of a small town out in the Great Plains, one of those states. And, like, the Earth is threatening to swallow the town up, so they have to collect funds to relocate the town somewhere else. But it's in the middle of a bad economy.
God, that was good, Stare. How'd you come up with that?
From the heart.
All right, Schmigadoon sounds like something like I'm playing like D&D.
It sounds like Akuma Matata.
It sounds like I'm playing D&D and like I come up with like they're like, oh, what's his name? And I'm like, his name is Schmigadoon.
Did zero prep work. Preach.
I mean, perhaps that's how the executives came up with this name.
All right, so I'm going with like a D&D thing here. There's like a magical adventure.
Oh, but it's by a very bad dungeon master. Who's being constantly thrown off guard by his players' choices.
Yeah, asking names on things and he can't think of them because he didn't prepare. I'm gonna go take Snare's idea here.
Oh, okay.
Schmigadoon is a location here in the world. I guess it's like the end point of the journey. It's like the legendary town of Schmigadoon, and they got to get there. And there's like a a little man.
Okay.
There's a woman with a crossbow.
Feels like there's always a little man, yeah. Okay. A parody of iconic Golden Age musicals, Schmigadoon follows a couple on a backpacking trip designed to reinvigorate their relationship to discover a magical town living in a 1940s musical. There, they then learn that they can't leave until they find true love.
Okay, so there is a small town in America, clearly, and there is a crisis that needs to be solved, but it's personal instead of societal.
Okay. I was thinking. I used the word magic. I think.
I also used words, Keo. I used the word town, which features in
Keo
this.
did use the word magic.
And I used the word town.
I used the word town too.
Yeah, because you stole it from me. You literally said, "I'm going to steal this from Stare."
We're allowed to steal things from each other on this.
Yeah,
that's not against the
rules. Well, then I say it's
Stare's
also magic.
Now, Keo, you used magic, but Stare did use town, so that I think evens out. So
no,
you gotta find another method.
I said there's a crisis in mine.
Okay, but that was entirely different crisis. I was talking about an adventure, and this was about a backpacking.
All right, but you said that Schmigadoon was like the ultimate destination. Well, Schmigadoon is where all the action takes place, and in this, Schmigadoon seems to be where the brunt of the action takes place.
I don't have a counterpoint for that, except for the fact that it could be that could be where the climax of the story takes place. Is in Schmigadoon.
No, it sounds like Act 1. They arrive in Schmigadoon, and they're stuck there, and that's why.
Okay, but yeah, I'm just saying, like in the story I'm conveying here, it could be that like they reach there and there's a whole adventure there too. So I don't know.
I've decided, after much deliberation, Kyoran gets the point.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Because Swanson doesn't want the game to end. Stare, you've been the benefit of this before, so don't get angry.
I've decided that I've decided that maybe the game being 3-0 is not a good start.
Isn't that what happened to UK
points.
last week?
That was because of penalties. Keo essentially won on a penalty on that one.
You've done it before for Stare, Swanson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our audience won't get as mad about Keo winning as the British did.
It's true.
And they won't call Keo nasty things.
There will be less racial insults for sure.
But still some.
Yeah, still some. We know our audience. Alright, so we head over to Netflix for these last two. It's possible for Kyoran to tie it with this one.
Oh, come on, Swanson. I'm off my game today.
Ooh.
We're going to have a lot of discussions after this, but the title of this show is Sexy Beast.
Oh.
Oh, no.
So, look, I'm going to have to assume this is not like a furry thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess it's just like maybe it's like a non-horny furry thing. Maybe it's like a sitcom called Sexy Beast, and there's like a beast man, and he just does normal stuff, but he's a beast man, and it's kind of funny. Maybe he knocked things over because he's a little too strong, and he has like a friend who's much shorter than he is. He's a little man.
All right, this is a documentary about the furry community, specifically, and their sexual proclivities, and their history of fucking.
A documentary, very bold.
There'll be 3 parts.
Ready to say goodbye to superficial dating? Sexy Beasts is the dating show that takes looks completely out of the equation, using fantastical, cutting-edge prosthetics to transform the daters, giving them a chance to find love purely based on personality.
God. As soon as you said that, I remembered I actually had heard about this.
Here, I'm posting. Prepare yourselves. I am posting a photo of what these prosthetics look like.
It's like Hotline Miami.
It's worse.
So they made him like hideous as possible.
Yeah.
One lady
Didn't they
just
have
seems
made
to be an old witch.
Yeah. Look, this has just demoralized me. I think I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna make an argument for Stair winning and just bow out of this. Stairmasters was tied to reality.
Mine was
not.
Keo said his was non-sexual. Mine is specifically sexual, and the goal here is to fuck. And a documentary is closer to a reality TV show than a comedy.
Well, that's what I just said. Yeah.
Oh no, guys!
So it's tied again.
Are you ready for this?
No, I'm not ready.
Are you ready for this?
What do you mean it's tied?
Take a look at his photo.
What is that a dolphin?
That looks like the picture of the Hamburger Man. You know, the little guy.
Keo, can you describe this for us?
No.
Okay, it's like
you can't.
It's like wait. No one's gonna get this reference I'm about to make, except for possibly Stare. But if you Google Don Trell the dolphin,
oh no!
It looks like somebody made that particular freakish dolphin character and made it into like a low budget sci-fi villain or something.
Yeah.
They've also included the blowhole on the center of their head like it's a third eye.
Like Ten Shinhan.
Yes. It's terrifying to look at. Anyway, Stare did put this into furry culture, and that seems to be what's slightly going on with this, so...
I think it's the opposite of that. I think it's like furries are like ridiculous, fake, horrible creatures, and we're kind of almost mocking them by wearing these costumes.
I guess in a way, yeah. Although, the whole point is that you don't see the person's face, and then they take it off, and then it's like a handsome man.
Yeah, well,
They could have made them cute, they could have made them neutral, but they made them like hideous on purpose.
Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. But Stare, I'm going to give Stare the point on this one.
yes.
So, Keo, we got one last one here. You're going to be playing essentially for pride at this point, so you don't get blown out of the
No,
water.
Swanson, please don't do this to me.
Wait, sorry, one?
Stare,
Stare won.
You won, but we got one more to go if we want to do it. I've been saving
I don't
it.
want this. I don't look. I'm bowing out of this.
Okay, see you later.
We can play for. We can play for our souls, but I'm not playing for pride here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Playing for souls.
So the next one...
Well, Stairmaster will take your soul if you lose this, so be careful, Keo.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to cheat.
This one's called Big Timber.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. All right, so...
Swanson, no,
All right,
no.
so... What your first thought is, oh, that must be timber with an I. No, it's with an E. This is about a small-town mayor who wants to add a 13th month to the calendar in order to boost tax revenues.
Big Timber?
Yes, and he invents a new holiday to go along with it to get people on board.
Wait, that's one word. Big timber.
Yes, and it's just a constant series of escalating lies as he forges history.
Sarah, you're like really like just you won, so you could just say like whatever the hell you want. This is like you're trying to humiliate me.
I'm
with
just
this.
saying,
If we were ever... Listen, if we were ever popular enough to pitch a TV show, I would want Stairmaster in the room.
I would.
Like, are you
definitely
saying you
want
would
to
not
be
want to
there.
watch that show?
I would watch the hell out of that, but that's not on TV.
I would gladly write that show right now.
I would like put my life into this show, but it's not on TV. It's
Yeah,
not
because
happening.
the world
It's
is
definitely
pissed.
not on Netflix.
because this is definitely not what Swanson said.
This would make
He
a
said
great
timber.
This would make a great Netflix show.
This is a show about like a serial killer lumberjack or something, not like
Dexter, the surprise Dexter revival is on Netflix.
I forgot about that. I was just thinking like this is Big Timber, so he's like in the forest cutting trees and cutting people, but I forgot that Dexter existed. But it's still that's still my show.
All right. A no-nonsense logger and his loyal crew battle brutal elements and finicky machines to chop and transport valuable lumber on Vancouver Island.
Well, when you think about it, loggers are like a serial killers for trees.
Yeah. So I mean,
true.
I guess their soul. I guess so. Thank you.
Yeah,
Because I guess I win after all.
joke's on you. Stair's soul has long been gone.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I get then? Do I get his body?
You get this dust. That used to
you
be
get
my
the
soul.
satisfaction of knowing that you, at least that Stairmaster did beat you by the normal ratio that he beats you 3-2.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm not totally humiliated. That would have been really bad if it was a 3-0 or a 4-1.
Yeah. Would have been humiliating, Kieran. But hey, listen, let this be a humbling experience for you. Stairmaster, you've won. The boyhood dream has come true. You won, and you had a lead, and you maintained it throughout the entirety of the game.
And I've won twice in 1 year now. That's an all-time high for me.
Yeah. Great job, buddy.
This game might actually start to get a little more interesting. I might have to start getting serious. Take the gloves off. Take the pants off.
Just open up the Google and type in the show title when you hear it.
It's very telling that Stairmaster lost the last one after he got ridiculous.
Yeah, like when he just like threw out the actual name of the show that you clearly enunciated properly.
I don't know. I would watch Big Timber in a second.
I would watch
Big Timber.
Why is it called Big Timber, though?
Because there's big trees and he's cutting them down.
No.
There's
I mean,
big trees up there in Vancouver.
I mean, why would this fictional month in this fictional TV show I created be named Big Timber?
I'm thinking like the guy's name is like Mr. Big or something.
Yeah. He's a big fan of Big the Cat.
I love
Anyway,
it.
Stairmaster, here's your prize. It's a syringe filled with a strange toxin.
Ooh, I'm going to inject this right into me.
I'm sure that'll be great.
Oh,
I'm sure you won't turn into any sort of hulking beast.
Oh no, my heart is... Stars!
Oh no. He's turned into some sort of nemesis.
That's crazy. Who would do that? I wouldn't.
Yeah, certainly not if he had won. Anyway, that's been another rousing game of Guess Who's Coming. Hey, you know what time it is, Kieran? It's time for our main event.
Okay.
We watched the show, and now we're going to talk about it.
What did we watch this week?
We watched The Many Saints of Newark.
I wish.
Oh, I think I watched the wrong show again.
Resident Evil Infinite Darkness is set between the events of Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5.
True.
Following a hacking incident that is uncovered at the White House, Leon S. Kennedy is ordered to investigate the incident, but encounters zombies and is targeted in a mysterious attack. Meanwhile, Claire Redfield is investigating a strange drawing made by a child refugee while working with the organization TerraSave. Did Resident Evil Infinite Darkness leave you in the dark, or did it clear your mind?
Okay, so right off the bat here, we're greeted with this is a
Black Hawk
I didn't
Down
know
scene.
this. Well, I was gonna say the graphics, right? First of all, this is like a video game
Cutscene.
engine.
Yeah.
Cutscene engine being used to like give us a
what
TV show.
Yeah, the animation is poor, let's say. At least for TV animation-wise. Because this is just video game graphics. But you know what it reminded me of? What I was thinking of when I was watching this entire thing? Obviously, it's not as janky because the graphics have improved since then. But this feels like that Final Fantasy movie.
Oh, yeah.
Spirits Within.
Well, you know, they made 2 Resident Evil movies like this in this style before this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Were they good?
Yes. They had Leon They had Leon on a motorcycle fighting zombies.
All right. All right. That's better than this. We don't get any Leon on a motorcycle in this.
There's not much use of the medium, really.
Yeah, you would think they would do some more with what they got here, but not really.
At least in the first 2 episodes, there wasn't like a whole lot.
No. Yeah, so this is essentially what we're watching is just a bunch of video game cutscenes with action scenes later on that feel like video game fights.
Cutscenes.
Yeah. Like, it feels like the fights you would... It's essentially like I'm playing one of those, like... You click a button and then, like, the entire thing happens.
You mean like a Sega
games.
CD FMV game?
Yes. Or like a Telltale game.
It really
Rest in
did feel
peace.
like you open up the video game and watch the opening cutscene and it just kind of keeps going.
Yeah, essentially.
So Metal Gear
I
Solid
feel
4.
That's what I was about to say, yeah. Stair and I, we're on the same wavelength.
You know
We
what?
share a mind.
Yeah, but Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes look better than this, I think.
Very possible. So we open up here, they're in this place. The more they say the name, the less believable it is. And they say it a lot in these 2 episodes we watched. It's a fake, yeah, it's like a fake country near China, I guess.
It's in the world.
Called
Panamistan.
Panamistan. To hear the American pronunciation from all these people, it's Panamistan. And I guess there's some sort of war going on there. And these soldiers called the Mad Dogs land and try to save members of, I guess, their crew.
Of other helicopter.
Yeah. And then a missile hits them and it just cuts them dead.
Yeah, they're all strung up, missing limbs, and the local insurgents are going to burn them alive, and they're all just, like, celebrating.
I don't know why they're going to burn them alive. It seems like a bit much.
Well, they're going to burn them dead. Because, like, one of them is blown in half.
Yeah. And so they're celebrating and stuff, but one's a zombie. But hey, we don't get to see anything with that yet.
Yeah, we cut 5 years later or whatever the hell.
Yeah. So already, this show has deprived me of 2 potential action scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get them later, but they're definitely not.
I mean, there's a little bit of shooting during the helicopter rescuing, but
yeah, that's about it.
It's more of a tease than anything else.
We cut to 6 years later. Claire Redfield, a character from the
Resident Evil 3
show. Resident Evil 3? I think that's right. One of those. And she's here, and she is hanging out with some kids.
No, Resident Evil 2.
Oh, yeah, the same one as Leon. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's here, and she's, like, trying to talk to this refugee. And apparently, I love that. So this guy comes up and, like, sort of speaks with Claire, and he's like, he's a mute. And she's like, huh? He's like, it means he doesn't talk. She does refugee work. She doesn't know what mute is.
That is such an anime thing, not knowing basic.
Just very understandable phrases.
Basic words.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets a picture from this mute child who it shows a bunch of zombies. It's a zombie show.
She's like, what could this be? I don't understand this. Yeah. I got to investigate what these zombies might or may not be.
I've seen these zombies before.
Cut to the White House. So Leon doesn't show up yet, but he gets a very Poochie sort of situation here. Because there's a bunch of people in a room talking about Leon before he shows up.
Well, you gotta hype him up.
And how cool it would be if he showed up.
Yeah, this is where the show rubs me the wrong way. I don't think you should have the president arguing with the secretaries about national policy in your Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, it seems... Especially because the one guy... I don't know who he actually is.
Nope.
But one of the guys who is arguing with the president is like a very poor voice actor. Like, the president and him, like, raise their voices, and the guy's like, I'm telling you this!
He's like that guy from Gundam Wing who sounds like this.
Yeah. It sounded like John Lovitz was voicing this man. The critic himself. Anyway, so yeah, we get introduced to some other people. There's a random guy named Patrick who, doesn't show up after this interaction, I think, but he's one of the agents assigned to this, whatever the fuck's going on. There's been a hacking attack.
Yeah.
And they want it investigated. Along with, Jason, who everyone refers to as the hero of Penmenistan. constantly. Every time he shows
Some
up,
hero.
yeah. Anytime someone sees his face, they're like, "That's the hero of Peministan." Hey, you see that guy? That's the hero of Peministan over there.
Isn't that the hero of Panamistan?
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Yeah, you call me a hero? That's not my jam."
Real talk, if any of us saw a photo of Chris Kyle, would we be able to identify him? I don't...
No.
Who?
The American Sniper.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Yeah, the titular American Sniper. So, are you saying that Jason is essentially Chris Kyle in disguise?
Yes. I'm saying no. Yeah.
He's analogous to him.
I'm just saying how
Swanson.
ridiculous it is that everyone recognizes him.
Yeah, very true. And then there's a lady named Shen Mei. So yeah, they're all hanging out with the president. The lights go out, and suddenly, zombies.
How could this happen? That's crazy. Who would do this?
I do love when we get the introduction to they find this guy who's been zombified.
Yeah, the press
and
secretary.
Like that's the thing with this show is outside of Leon and maybe Claire, all of the voice actors seem like they were taken from video games.
Well, I mean, this is Leon's voice actor from the RE2 remake.
Yeah, I think these voice actors are the ones from the games. But like all these other people are original characters other than Leon and Claire. And I guess maybe the president.
There is a photo of Ashley in one scene.
It's a real strange thing we're seeing here where, I mean, making video game cutscenes is not like too different from making a movie, but it's different enough that it's very jarring to present this as like a TV show, right?
Yes. Yeah, extremely. Especially because it's only 4 episodes, so you could have made this a movie.
Yeah,
I'm stopping you.
Unless it's
pretty much is just a movie.
Unless there's a
with
cliffhanger
runtime,
in
right?
episode 4. Like 6 22-minute episodes, that's a full 2 hours.
Yeah, it's true. So yes, there's a line that Patrick has here where he sees the press secretary on the floor, and he's like, "Press secretary Spacer?" And it felt like I was like, it's not even voice acting from like this.
No,
like,
it's like 1999
era.
It's like Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, it's it's not good. So these zombies show up, or rather, just one, I guess, that this guy has to deal with. And this guy would be dead if it wasn't for the timely intervention of everyone's favorite badass, Leon.
My favorite.
He shows up.
There he is.
So yeah,
he's a great guy.
He throws a zombie onto the chandelier before Leon shows up, by the way.
Yeah, and the zombie just like sort of hobbles off with its legs just sticking to the chandelier.
Yeah.
That was neat, I guess. So yeah, basically what happens next is a bunch of fighting with zombies. There's literally 0 stakes.
No, of course not.
Yeah, we know that nothing's gonna happen. It's very obvious.
Like this is the first episode. I already know that Leon is not dying.
Do we actually
And I definitely know
see anyone get killed by the zombies?
No. No one dies from these zombies.
Yeah, they don't even have like
Patrick's not even in the rest of the show. You might as well just killed him.
You could at least have like a token licker or two to add some threat. Like, oh no, it's got Leon by the tail and it's dragging him. Oh no.
Yeah, well, because I've seen this mentioned somewhere before about prequels and things taking place in between various installments in your thing. If you know that a character isn't going to die, the threat no longer is, is this person going to die? The stakes that you have to include are, how do they get out of this situation alive?
Yeah.
So you need to make a situation where it seems like there's no way. The second episode even does this.
Or it's
better.
like the stakes could be, is he going to be sad about this after?
Yes, exactly. Is he going to become a sad boy?
No, he's a blessed twink.
Yeah, Leon's unable to be a sad boy. But my favorite part about these action scenes is after Leon's done killing the last zombie, he's just like, "Rest in peace, shitheads."
Leon, you should
These
know
are dead people.
they didn't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, what did they do to you? What did they do, Leon? They didn't...
He's got to kind of be mean to them to get the fighting spirit, I think, you know?
Oh, yeah, he
I
has to,
guess.
otherwise he'd have to cry.
Yeah. So the president is just like, whoa, this is a lot to take in. And they decide what they're going to do is go to China on a secret mission in a submarine.
I didn't really follow the like line here, honestly. I may not have had my full attention, maybe,
well,
but I was just like, what's
here's
happening?
Here's the line, Kyorain. All right, so they got this idea here, zombies in the White House. All right, and they got this idea over here, zombies in a submarine. Now they just had to figure out some way to get.
Oh, we forgot to mention they're trying to cover it up that zombies were in the White House because Claire shows up and asks about the press secretary who she had an appointment with.
Yeah,
And
there is
like,
no way you could cover this up.
Yeah, and the White House would not be open to visitors for like the next month.
Yeah. And they might, I mean, maybe you could cover it up by saying, like, renovations and stuff, but there's no way, with all of the machine gun fire going on.
And, like, not one staffer would, like, say, like, hey, something crazy went down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people would figure it out real quick.
Well, like, they would call in, like, emergency response units, like ambulances, firefighters, and whatnot, if the White House went off the grid.
Very true.
They would call Leon.
Yes.
Who would solve the problem.
Or Chris.
Yeah, Leon knows what's up. Yeah, Chris suspiciously absent in this one.
Well, he's too powerful. He would just punch the zombies, and they would explode into gore.
Why can't we see that?
It'll be
that'd
one
be cool.
episode, Keo. That's why.
Okay. What else?
Tell me something else. So yeah, they're in this submarine, and the plan is to infiltrate this like biochemical lab in China. Yeah, hey, this plot didn't age well, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's... Huh. So did they make an assumption that it was China who did it, or what?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I think it's criticism of America.
I think so, because
yes.
one of the president's secretaries is like, China's been going after us for years. It's time to take them down a peg.
Let's just do this, like, unwarranted, like, evidenceless mission here, I guess.
Yeah. So they're hanging out. Jason is like the leader in this, I guess, and he's like, "Listen, we're doing things my way. Also, don't mind me. I'm just gonna be pumping myself up with a suspicious drug in an open doorway."
Iron.
Like he's just sitting in an open area where Leon could and can easily see him, and he's just pumping a drug.
Yeah, if Leon's...
He's grunting, too.
Like, after Resident Evil 4, Leon should just immediately assume that's some sort of biovirus that's going to turn him into a tentacle monster later on.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
It's happened to him,
think.
like, twice at this point already.
Well, now 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
Well, IMDb reviewers spoiled it for us.
Yeah, I know, but still. He should have killed him right there on the spot.
So, the final bit in this first episode is they go back.
You could have asked him, like, what's that?
Yeah, why is he just staring at him? Also, how can you stare at a man for that long and the man doesn't notice?
It's a video game, Swanson.
He walks up, not even trying to be quiet, and sees him and then stares at him. Like, how long do you think someone could stare at you before you got the feeling that someone was staring at you? Especially from the side.
I might not notice. If I was like taking like heroin, I might not notice at all, ever.
I guess that's true, yeah. What if you're taking a biochemical weapon?
I'd probably notice. I'd probably be like, hey, I forgot to close the door. Please don't tell anybody about this.
I guess the weird thing is that because Leon never leaves any stone unturned, the second episode opens up with Leon being like, "So, what's going on with you, buddy?"
And
so I'm glad that he at least doesn't just like...
He does not even try to explain what the syringe is for.
Yeah, if I was Leon, I would just be like, "Listen, buddy, I saw you with your syringe full of weird chemicals."
And like you're pretty much finished after me seeing that, so just might as well come clean right now because it's not going to end well for you.
Yeah, you've either got a drug problem or you're going to shoot tentacles out your chest at me later on. And
either one I can't abide.
Yeah, either way, not working with you. So,
but yeah, the first episode ends with a flashback to the zombie attack we saw at the we almost saw at the beginning. It's pretty limp as far as zombie attacks go.
Mm-hmm.
There's like nothing good here.
Yeah, they didn't really sell it. They didn't sell the horror of it at all. It was just like, oh yeah, that happened. It was like objectively violence happened, right?
Yeah.
These zombies attacked and this kid watched. The end. That means something, I guess.
Yeah, it's a plot event, right?
Yeah, there was a lesson to be learned.
Yeah. Like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey, don't turn into a zombie. Whatever you do, whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do that.
I just want to see like a TV show with the moral of the story at the very end of it is just like, moral of the story, don't do that.
Well, that's a good moral when you think about it. Yeah, so we get the we get the scene here with Leon and Jason. Jason goes on like this rant about terror. He's like, well, you see, terror starts in the mind. That's fear. You gotta get
Leon's
fear
like,
before you get terror.
Leon just says, I don't understand.
You see, Leon's piss is stored in the balls.
I don't follow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the exact quote is, I don't follow. He also suggests that America is doing something with ulterior motives, which sounds like fiction to me.
Yeah.
Leon's like, look, that's interesting and all, but don't talk to me.
Yeah. Leon is America's proud warrior.
I mean, Leon
he won't stand for this.
tells Jason firsthand how he saw that exact thing happen in Raccoon City.
Yeah. No, yeah, Leon kicks ass in this scene because because Jason's just like, that's just what governments do. It's the price of doing business. And he's like, I call bullshit.
But I don't understand this guy's dialogue at all, to be honest, because he says that, but he's also like, I'm uncovering a conspiracy, Leon. Like, which is it?
I feel like maybe he's not mentally stable.
Yeah. I mean, clearly not, but still, like, there's no through line for his, like, story so far, is there?
No. We also get the only scene of Claire in this entire episode where she's just finding out some big secrets on Google. She's just doing a quick search on some news items.
She's doing her own research, Swanson.
She's got an Inception-style mystery board. It's like, oh, people have committed suicide. We're all part of this thing. And then we get
what a coincidence.
I don't know what this flashback is even connected to. So we get this flashback to the Mad Dogs. We see the explosion happen. No, they did not immediately die in the explosion as you might have thought. Instead, they drag this guy that they found under this car. They take him away.
And then we get a big cut that's poorly that's very jarring.
Which I'm assuming they're going to come back to later, because that's what they did with this scene previously. It's also them just replaying shit.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You could have cut out all these replays and made a movie. Probably would have been a good, 90 minutes plus. Mm-hmm. Could have made it. That's a movie right there. You got a stew going.
Yeah, and just make it better also. And it could be a movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's a movie, I'm not going to watch it, is the thing. I don't have to worry about it. It can be in its Resident Evil zone.
Now it's a TV show. It's in our domain.
It's crossed into my domain. I have to watch it.
You're in my neighborhood.
Yeah. This is my message to Resident Evil. Stay out of my territory.
So yeah, there's a bunch of rats.
Yeah, so all these people start dying in the submarine. And Leon's like, this is strange. Hey, Jason, what's up with that? And he's like, I don't know. Why don't you go look around for a little bit? And
that's like such a video game moment, isn't
yeah,
it?
let's split up.
Don't do the confrontation now. Do it later when you get to walk around first.
Well, first Leon has to find the pieces of the statue so he can reassemble the Weeping Maiden.
Yeah, so he can get his new weapon. Yeah, so Jason goes into a locked room, kills a bunch of people in there with Shen Mei, and they're like, all right, we're team-up pals now. It's a decent twist, I guess. Mainly because I just didn't expect them to murder people right then that second. Because it's a bad plan, turns out. So yeah, what they've done is essentially injected all these dead people with a bioweapon, which is, I guess, is rats, like zombie rats.
Rat.
Okay, Leon says this is a bioweapon, but he has no further questions about it.
Nope.
Well, I mean,
he's seen plenty. He doesn't
he's
really
seen
need to worry
crazier
about
stuff by now.
Yeah.
Anyway, these rats are disgusting. This one rat gets like crushed real good. You get to see all that. They really want you to see that.
Yeah, this is the most interesting part of the program, I think.
Yeah, the second episode is mildly better because of this stuff in it, and it does that thing I was talking about. It makes you wonder how he's going to get out of this situation.
Which he does in a fun way.
He does in a video game way by using the X item he previously acquired to cut the wires and electrocute the water.
Yeah, well, he makes it flood, but then he electrocutes it, and then electrocutes it, kills all the rats, yeah. Although, how does he get down?
I think he just had some herbs that he eats while he's being electrocuted to regain health.
Like he pauses, regains the menu, opens the menu,
yeah, because the camera cuts away from him just like being done with that scenario.
I think he did some parkour to get out of there. That's got to be it, right?
Probably. But yeah, it was a good scene. It was actually effective, like action building.
Yeah. Also, like it did some cool stuff with the lighting on that scene too.
Yeah.
That was fun.
A shame that the rest of the show was not that.
Yeah, like I said, they don't use the medium at all. It's just like the reason why cutscenes are like so like basic is because they're just there to convey some information. They're not trying to like give you an animated program. They don't want to change the style midway through to show you a cutscene and then like go to some other style again, right?
Yeah, it's not ideal.
So anyways, Leon goes back and finds a bunch of crew members with their throats slit.
And a knife just sticking out of one of them. And
he goes to the escape pod.
Yeah, and gets met with a gun to his face by Shen Mei. And then Jason's just like, let's take him along. He's with us now. So
he saw us kill, so now we're kin.
Well, specifically, they don't want to shoot a gun on a submarine.
Yeah. Even though they blow it up anyway.
Well, it's the self-destruct act was activated. They don't want it to blow up with them on it.
So they leave. They head into China. They're there hanging out in the gun room, as previously mentioned.
Leon's just like, hey, what's going on?
Leon is like very heavy-handed moralizing at this point.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my favorite Leon line in this episode, in this entire series, which is when all of these rats pop out of these bodies. He says, "Wish I had some cheese."
Yeah, that was good. He's just not taking this seriously at all. That's
exactly the kind of bullshit that like Leon or Dante in Devil May Cry would say in the game.
I wish Dante were here.
Well, Dante would just kill all the rats himself.
I know that.
Dante would just kill Jason before he could Hulk out.
Why do you keep acting like this is not would not be fun to watch?
Could you imagine Dante and Leon Kennedy teaming up?
Or having a fight? That'd be cool.
Well, they would fight and then team up. Yeah, they have a lot of shared interests. I imagine.
Isn't there a pretty big power differential between Dante and Leon?
Nah.
You mean that one's a human and one's like half demon,
and can control time? Or
yeah,
something?
I guess it would be fair for Chris to team up to fight Dante.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. The thing is that Leon and Dante have more in common because they love riding motorcycles and being awesome.
Being snarky, powerful, good, cool tweets.
Oh yeah, Dante also loves making cheesy one-liners.
Yes.
That's accurate. I feel like Chris Redfield would team up with Nero. Is that the other guy?
Yes.
Devil May Cry.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like he would.
If Dante was at my house, he'd be on the couch right now, watching me quietly.
Aw.
You're recording that podcast again. So yeah, they have a conversation here where essentially, Jason's like, "Listen, they're keeping secrets, and I'm going to reveal them." And he's like, "So you working with me or not?" And Leon's like, "Nope."
Literally says nope.
And he's like, "So you're not going to work with me at all?" He's like, "No. How about you tell this story for when you get court-martialed?" I love that Leon is just like rubbing it in his face, just goading him.
Yeah. And so they both try to draw guns, and Leon just immediately kills Jason.
Yeah, he just shoots him in the chest. There's like a very video gamey like ragdoll effect for when he gets murdered. Like he hits the couch and it tosses over. And then yeah, he tries to pursue Shen Mei, but she gets away. And hey, look, he's dead. He's done. He's donezo. Done for him. Yeah, Leon's a good shot. It turns out
he's finished, buddy. He's that's it.
There's no way he's coming back.
Yeah, that was a fun sequence. If this whole show was like this, it might be a bit more fun.
Yeah, the second episode's an improvement, but it's still
if
like
it was a movie.
Yeah, exactly. And that is pretty much the end of the 2 episodes we saw of Infinite Darkness. What do we think of this one?
I have mixed feelings on it, honestly. I didn't like it too much, but at the same time, it's like I just wish it was like better.
Why don't you just make the show about zombies in the White House? Why do you have to go to China? Just stay at the White House and have there be more zombies.
I think they only had ideas for one 1.5 hour installment where they were in the White House.
I have no idea where they're going with the next 2 episodes. They don't really hint at it at this point. Yeah. Really.
I don't know how. But, I don't know how in an hour left in terms of entire story, Claire is going to get all the way to China.
I have no clue, but this could have been a lot better than it was, but it was not as good as I was hoping it would be. In other words,
yeah.
I gave it the old college try here, and it did not meet my expectations by any means.
No, if I wanted to watch a video game, I would play Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have the experience of watching something and really, really wanting to like it. This was me with this show, and it just didn't happen.
I think, that's Kia's got it a 1.
Yeah, I wanted to like this because I like Leon, and the Resident Evil series, even though I haven't played them after 4, has a special place in my heart, especially 3 and 4. I'm gonna give it a tune out though, because it was not a TV show. Really.
Yeah, there's no cool knife fight with the QTEs you have to press.
Exactly.
And I will say though, if they made a video game where like these are the cutscenes, these would be like really good cutscenes for a game if you got to actually play a game, but that's not what it was. So
yeah, it would be pretty good, I think, all around. But it wasn't. Yeah. So no, that's a tune out on Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. And hey, that'll about do it for this week's episode of the show. Listen, if you like this, but you thought, man, I wish I could give these people something to talk about, maybe an episode of TV or a movie, or really any topic I could think of, well, you're in luck, because you could do that. All you have to do is go over to buymeacoffee.com/tvtuners and buy us a coffee. A single coffee gives you a single topic for us to discuss.
If you just want us to look at pictures of Gundams for an hour and decide which one's the coolest, that's one coffee.
Yeah, a really good podcast format we've got going there.
Yeah, looking at pictures.
Yeah, look at the mass production Zeta Gundam. That's cool. It's got like a motorcycle helmet head.
This is like a look along. Like you have to Google stuff as we say it to you, so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you have to keep rewinding, hitting that 10-second rewind feature, so you can.
Well, make sure you're paying attention.
Hear what we said.
You have to be intensely focused on this, typing things very rapidly as we were belting them out for you.
Yeah, and you have to understand what I'm saying.
Which is a hurdle in of itself. But yeah, that's Buy Me a Coffee /TV Tuners.
Yeah, the bonus episodes are resuming in the 4th week of August.
Allegedly.
That's right. Yeah, and hey, who knows by then, maybe we'll be ready for some counterattacks?
Oh.
Who knows? But yeah, until next week, more TV goodness. We'll be back then. See ya.
Bye.
It's over.
I found it.
Hey folks, time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Did you know that Stairmaster authorized the annihilation of Raccoon City?
That's right.